sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. You see the sea. I'll see the sunshine. I'll be your love. I'll be your sunshine. Shine,
Welcome to the CAA Center for this matinee, and it's going to be a loud one because it's a school day game as the Brampton Honey Badgers host the Montreal Alliance. Again, welcome to the broadcast. My name is Danang Balsera, and you're in for a treat here today as the Brampton Honey Badgers look to continue their historical start, 4-0 on this season, looking to get a victory here today and be the first Eastern Conference team to start 5-0. The only other two teams to do that on the Western Conference side, the Vancouver Bandits in 2025 last year and the Edmonton Stingers in 2021. Now, speaking of the Edmonton Stingers, former head coach Jermaine Small comes into town, leading the Montreal Alliance and coming off sour loss against the Niagara River Lions, looking to get back into the win column. Now, both these teams very similar in their play, like to play a nitty-gritty type of basketball, dominating the rebound battle on both sides, and also both teams 1 and 2 in points against, so you know you're going to get a cage match here as well. But I know you all like offense. You also get some offense with 2 MVP candidates in Javon Liberty Freeman in Montreal squaring off against Sean East, a second here at the CAA Center. And it's my first game, so there's something I haven't done in a while, which I've been itching to do. I'm throwing it over to my guys, Matt and Joe, on the call. Fellas, it's going to be a fun one.
Oh boy, did we miss that. Thank you, D. Matt Panomi alongside the coach, Joe Razzo. And Joe, as D mentioned, 4-0, Brampton perfect on the season. They get a Montreal Alliance team 2-2, but first and foremost, we don't want to bury the lead. It's a school day game here at the CAA Center. 19 different schools, just under 2,000 kids. Brampton feeds off that energy. They fed off of it in the past, and what a perfect opportunity to start things 5-0.
Yeah, and if you can use it, and they've had some good starts, then that really will keep the crowd in it. In Montreal's case, they want to eliminate that crowd as soon as possible. Montreal's got 2 former NBA guys, so this is going to be a tough task.
It should be an absolute treat. All right, let's send it over to D, who's standing by with Honey Badger head coach Alex Serta.
Coach, in these 4 victories, you've seen it all. You've had a blowout, you've had a close game, you've also given up a lead. What's impressed you so far to the start to this season?
Yeah, just our collective effort and our poise, so our ability to withstand runs and just stay connected and play together even when things are not going our way. That's been the most impressive part so far.
Now, Niagara did a great job in the last game holding Javon Liberty Freeman to his opportunities and being on the box score. What will you have to do to limit this offense here today?
Yeah, he's a good player, so we have to meet him there on the catch, be there with a stick in, handle the ball, contain, contest, defend without fouling.
Make sure you hydrate today because you're going to be doing a lot of screaming. Good luck today, Coach. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, D. All right, Joe, we'll take a look at some stats here for this morning's matchup here. Two teams that are good on the defensive end, but the three-pointer seems to be the popular talking point for this Brampton team. First in the league, 13 threes a game.
Yeah, and coming in this season, I don't know if they thought they were going to be that good a shooting team. But what I like about them is they're not hunting the three. They're letting the ball find the shooters, and they do a good job of finding the shooters. A very impressive backcourt who can all hit it, and guys coming off the bench can knock it down too.
Now, one of the things, too, that you look at, the discrepancy in free throw percentage, 60 for Montreal, 73 for Brampton. 73 is not so hot, but 60 is certainly on the other end.
Yeah, that's one of the Achilles heels for Montreal, and they've really hurt them on runs this year, is their free throw shooting. And both these teams battle the turnovers, and it's because they both like to play fast, I think, is something that comes into play.
All right, so there are the matchup stats for this morning's matchup. Now we're going to take a look at keys to the game first for the visiting Montreal Alliance. Joe, what do you have?
Defensive transition. You got to get back with 5. Brampton's very good, not just at 1-on-0s and 2-on-0s, but 5-on-3s. So you got to get back and build your defense. Team rebounding. This Brampton team gets inside the paint and they score a lot of points in the paint. You got to rebound with everybody on your team, and that means the guards coming back. And number 3, the JFL factor, Javon Freeman Liberty. Former Raptor and Brisbane Bullet, 23 points a game, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. This guy puts up crooked numbers.
He's going to put up a crooked number this morning. You can bet your bottom dollar. All right, Joe, for the home squad, the Honey Badgers, their keys to the game are?
Yeah, take care of the details. Win the paint. They're bigger and they rebound real well. They've got to win the paint. They also have to control the perimeter. You can't let JFL get off, and you can't let this Montreal team get off on the perimeter. And then Team D on the ball. You can't ask one guy to guard somebody like JFL. You've got to get everybody involved. So their team defense is going to be really, really important.
Well, we've got an Eastern Conference matchup. It's a school day game here at the CAA Center in B-Town. We'll be back. We've got all the action coming your way here on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. Stick around.
Welcome to a new CEBL season.
It's been amazing, Canada basketball, to put that platform and give guys an out.
The crowds were bigger. The players got better. The quality of the game got better.
You gotta love it, Canadian Goose.
Fasten your seatbelt tonight because we're going to have some high energy and some high flying stuff.
This is the trail. This is the real. It's all that I gotta say. I'm in my zone.
No shortage of emotion, no shortage of intensity as anticipated.
Swatted away. What a block from behind.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Moments away from tip-off in the CAA Center. It's the Honey Badgers hosting the Alliance. Let's meet the starters first for the visitors from Montreal. It'll be Kevin Osawe, Michael Hughes, Quincy Guerrier, Lou Williams, and Javon Freeman Liberty. And the Montreal Lions are coached by Jermaine Small. For the home Honey Badgers, it'll be Tyrese Hunter, Cam Tyson, Prince Odro, Matthew Moncrief, and Sean East. Now this team running the same starting lineup for the 5th consecutive game, Joe. As he mentioned, just the second team left, or one of 2 teams left with an undefeated record in the Canadian League Basketball League, the other being the Shooting Stars. So if it's not broken, don't fix it.
I totally agree with you. I think that's good coaching. You're going to make a hell of a coach one day, Matt.
I don't know. Maybe I don't have a clipboard. That's my excuse.
But you're absolutely right. They've got a solid starting lineup, and they've gotten off to good starts, and they've been winning the first quarter.
All right, let's take a look at the players to watch. For the Montreal Alliance, Joe, your player to watch is...
Yeah, Quincy Guerrier, a veteran, NBA experience, national team experience. Here's a guy who's putting up 11 points, 6 rebounds a game, but he's a go-to guy. He's an import for all intents and purposes. His resume speaks for itself. So he's the veteran. In the case of Brampton, you've got the rookie, Matthew Moncrief. Talk about impressive breakout for this guy. 15 points a game, 66 from the field goal percentage, 5th in the CEBL. 9 rebounds a game, 2nd in the CBL. This guy has made his mark, and watch out for him in transition because he loves to attack the rim.
Guerrier is coming off 16 points in the loss to the River Lions. That was a team high. He's in the 2nd season with Montreal. And Moncrief, double-digit points in every game. He's rattled off 2 double-doubles this season. He has been a welcome surprise for this Brampton team. That is Moncrief.
Yeah, I'm just impressed that this is a rookie, and he has just come playing at home and just been very efficient. His selections, his decision-making, real high level.
So the Montreal Alliance, 2-2 record. 7 of their first 9 games will be played at home. So they play here this afternoon, and then they're going to head home to play Ottawa on Sunday. As for the Honey Badgers, big matchup on Saturday. We'll talk about this a little later in the broadcast, but the Vancouver Bandits will be in the building, and then Edmonton on next Wednesday to finish off a home stand that lasted 4 games. A little bit of a potential championship preview, perhaps, with that Vancouver team coming to the building. So the kids, loud and proud here at the CAA Center. An exciting environment for them to watch some great basketball in Canada's Pro Basketball League. I'm just happy D woke up in time, to be honest with you.
I'm looking forward to the game of finding D in the crowd.
Well, the Alliance are ready. The Honey Badgers are ready. Let's play some morning hoops in the CEBL. Tip-off won by the Honey Badgers wearing the home whites. Montreal wearing the pinstripe blues. Here's Prince Odro. Sean East rocking a pair of lime green shoes. Odro going to work down low, and he's blocked. Hughes got a piece. Quick push back the other way by Montreal. Hughes inside, challenging Odro. Gets the roll and flexes.
Yeah, real good start from Montreal. Good defensive possession. Williams is all over East when he doesn't have the basketball, and Hughes is a shot maker near the rim.
Here's Tyson. Rare miss from deep. He was 7 of 8 from 3 last game. That was his second best performance from behind the arc on the season. Of course, he had 8 in the season opener here against Ottawa.
And Montreal has to get back on makes and misses. Brampton will shoot the ball early in the clock, and we just saw an example of that there.
So defense important for this Montreal team. They give up only 86 points per game, which is second best in the Canadian Elite Basketball League, and they've got 2 more. This time it was Osawe laying it in.
Yeah, Osawe, I'm looking forward to watching him play. I think he's one of the best, most improved players in the CEBL.
Fella from Brampton as Moncrief's shots denied. East floater in and out. And unable to keep that one in was Quincy Guerrier.
Lots of energy coming from this Montreal side already. They're spacing out the floor. They've got a plan. First 2 attacks, real solid.
So Brampton, 0 from the field to start here.
I like Montreal going to a little matchup on the out of bounds. Brampton has been very successful on their out of bounds plays.
And Tyson opens the scoring for the Honey Badgers. He's able to sneak inside for the elbow floater. So Alex Serta's team is on the board. Freeman Liberty Will be guarded by Tyson. Beats him back door and burned him big time for a bucket.
How about bringing the big out in Hughes, spacing the floor, and then cutting? Good job, good game plan already for Montreal.
Driving inside, off the window, Hunter couldn't hit. Alliance looks solid on D and offense to start the ball game. Osawe flips it up top. Gourrier telling him to go inside now. Osawe guarded by Hunter. 5 on the shot clock, out to the perimeter. Lou Williams, nice spin inside, had the shot, elected not to take it with Prince looming, and it's a turnover. Here's Tyson. Odro up top. Tells Moncrief to go set the screen. Hunter, deep. Short, Prince following it up. He got a hand on it and right into the hands of Freeman Liberty, who wants to push. He tosses up the floor, and nice move inside by Hughes, taking advantage of that mismatch down low.
Started with team rebounding. Montreal's getting their bodies on people, not giving up a second chance opportunity, and then they attack right off the bat.
East can't get the roll. Offensive board, it's Tyson. Here's Hunter. Took a 3 a moment ago from the top side. Now he's stuck on the baseline. 5 on the shot clock. Tyson. He's got the quick trigger. He fires, and he's blocked up top. Hughes denied. Alliance back the other way. Osawe in transition. And a timeout on the floor as the Alliance come out firing.
Michael Hughes putting his signature on this game. Doing it on both ends of the floor. The guy leading the league in field goal percentage shows you that he can play defense and rebound. What a start for the Alliance.
Hughes, 6 of Montreal's 10 to start, and an 8-point lead for the visitors. We're going to take a quick break. Back in a moment. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. This Eastern Conference game is presented by Lotto Max, and it's been all Alliance early, 10-2. Fast break seems to be the key for this Montreal team to start, Joe.
Yeah, absolutely, and 5 field goals and 5 assists on those field goals. Real good game plan, and guys are executing for Montreal.
East drives, kicks, Moncrief, money.
Yeah, here's a guy scoring at the rim now, is finding a little bit of range. Nice after timeout call. Brampton needed a score.
So that's the second field goal for Brampton as we have a foul down low. Prince Odro picks up the personal, and that'll give us a chance to check in with D.
Sorry about that. I was at the Brampton sideline there, Coach Serta telling his guys, hey, this is unacceptable. This is not the start that we want. More intensity, and let's get those stops, and that will lead to our offense getting off to a better start as well. Back to you, Matt.
First free throw up and good from Hughes. Opened the season with back-to-back double-doubles. 18 points and 14 rebounds are his season highs.
The former Duke of Duquesne University here is really lighting it up. He showed he had an assist already, takes it to the basket. He is on a personal mission.
Finished the season in Germany overseas. He's the block master, and we've seen that so far as Tyson's chased back to the center line. Guillaume Boucard checked into the game moments ago from Montreal. Pauly, corner 3, no good. Got his offensive board and was almost stripped. Here's DJ Jackson driving inside and using the glass.
A tough shot by Jackson. Montreal again doing a real nice job of forcing tough plays there, and Jackson makes with the little jumper.
Freeman Liberty up top. He's got 2 points to show for so far. 3 ball, no good. Prince fighting for it, right into the hands of Jackson off the miss by Williams. Brampton wants to push.
Montreal's game plan is to space the floor, and to do that, they got to knock down those threes.
East misses the 3 ball, goes out of bounds, so it'll be Montreal ball. Sean East still pointless to start, so that's something that we haven't seen so far. 5 minutes without a bucket from Sean, and I say that not in an alarming way because 5 minutes is not a crazy long time, but for him it might feel like 100 years.
Yeah, and that's part of the game plan. Montreal came out, Lou Williams is all over him off the ball. They've decided they're going to guard Sean East before he gets the basketball today.
Jalen Anderson checked in the game moments ago. He drives, kicks into the corner. Freeman Liberty, it's Cash.
Yeah, Freeman Liberty and Sean East, they're good players because they let the ball find them.
Jackson running downhill and count the bucket. DJ Jackson off the bench to the bottom of the hoop.
Exact same move, exact same shot. Now he's got a chance at a three-point play. This is a young, confident scorer.
So Jackson, 6 points total on the season in 4 games played. If he hits this, he'll be up to 5 in the ball game, and I shouldn't have said anything, but he's up to 4 points now. He saw minutes decline because of the depth of this Brampton team, but what an opportunity for him.
Yeah, if there's a tough backcourt to crack right now, it's the Brampton Honey Badgers.
Omajafo 3 ball, no good. So there was a miss on the 3 there. Freeman Liberty looking up floor. Omajafo's got to guard him now. Freeman Liberty. That shot caught wind. Freeman Liberty challenging inside and a strong take. Didn't phase him on the miss.
And a great look inside. Great cut.
So Jackson in transition was knocked. He'll head back to the line. So that's got to be an effective way to kind of stop this momentum too, right, Joe? Drive inside, draw the contact, get the whistles against Montreal.
Yeah, and Brampton does a real nice job of attacking you. They run the lane real well, and they'll use a short clock, and you can see right there, they're not worried about when in the clock they're going to get it. If they get a chance to attack, they're going to attack, and they can do it from all 5 positions.
Jackson out of St. FX. Misses the first free throw, hits the second, so he's 1 for 3 from the line. Now up to 5 points in the game. Brampton trailing by 7. Here's Boucard. 5 straight national titles for Guillaume at Carleton. Yeah. Also has a ring here with the Niagara River Lions. So he's bounced back and forth from Montreal and Niagara. As the Honey Badgers bounce back to offense. Here's East. Jackson. East trying to create some space, guarded by Johnson. Inside 10 on the shot clock. East trying to slide, almost had it picked off, and it was Boucard in transition up to Freeman Liberty. He tosses it back, and Johnson throws it down. Welcome to the Circus Act, the Alliance on center stage.
Alliance playing great defense on the basketball.
Keon Ambrose Hilton checked in a moment ago. Misses the 3. Now he's got to D it up. Courier trying to take Ambrose Hilton to the weight room, and Ambrose Hilton denies him.
Yeah, he denied him. Maybe got a little piece of flesh with that, too.
Here's Jackson. East still looking for his first points. East driving inside. Jackson topside triple off the front rim. Anderson. Got Jackson between him and the can.
Yeah, that was maybe a little too quick. Numbers weren't there for Montreal, but talk about their defense.
Omajafo driving inside, switches hands, and then loses on the miss. Pushing back the other way, Freeman Liberty in transition. Everything going Montreal's way.
But they're making it, Matt. They're running out. Their transition offense has been unbelievable. They're throwing the touchdown pass down the middle when the opportunity comes.
East knocks down from 3, so that stops the bleeding momentarily. Cuts the lead to 8 here, 2:22 to go in the first quarter.
Pace of this game is so quick, I'm tired.
A morning, quick pace, it'll wear you out. Here's Anderson wearing out Brampton's defense, and he couldn't get the roll. Instead, he's going to head to the line for 2.
So one of the strengths of this Montreal team, and any team in the CEBL, is when your Canadian players can defend any import. And right now with Osawe, Guerrier, Boucard, Montreal's doing a super job on the ball.
Follow at CEB League on all social platforms to stay up to date on stats, storylines, and more for all 10 teams in Canada's Pro Basketball League.
Coach Jermaine Small could not have scripted a better start. The guys know exactly what he wanted to do, and they're executing. Offensively, they're trying to space the floor to create lanes to drive, like some of the cuts. Transition-wise, first man down the floor, if you're open, you're going to get the ball. They're sending them down like a wide receiver.
Head coach Small in his second season in Montreal, coached Edmonton for 4 seasons before Jordan Baker's arrival. Won 2 CEBL titles there too.
So here's a signature play of Coach Small. He likes to change up the pace of the game. He went 2-2-1 here just to change the pace up, make the Honey Badgers think a little bit.
Omajafo, that 3 ball was blocked. Osawe got a hand on it, and free safety Hunter's got a steal. Hunter driving the lane, dishing off. Moncrief from the opposite side. Count the bucket, and a chance at 3.
Both these teams are at the highest, they're 9 and 10 in turnovers. And so you think, oh man, they just don't respect the ball. That's not the case. When you play a very fast game and you're willing to shoot the ball early in the clock, turnovers are going to add up. So I think they do a really good job, but they play at a fast pace.
Kal Tire's proud partner and tire expert of the CEBL. Shop top tire brands and have peace of mind with Kal Tire's price match guarantee. Shop and book at kaltire.com. Offensive board there by Omajafo. Fresh 14 for Brampton. Quickly down to 10. Here's Hunter driving inside, trying to draw the contact, and he does. So Montreal picking up quite a few fouls here.
And that's his aggressive nature, but all of a sudden, Hunter did a nice job of drawing the contact.
Hunter has had double-digit points in every game. He's 100% from the free throw line, but small sample size, just 3 of 3.
Yeah, that looks like it's Osawe's possibly his second foul, and he's an important part.
So he heads to the bench. Hunter at the line. Knocks down the first free throw. The starting core for Brampton has been very impressive. You call them the core 4. East, Tyson, Hunter, and Moncrief have combined for 74 points per game.
Yeah, and in the 5th one is the Prince that's turning into a king who's protecting the middle of the paint.
The no-fly zone as Prince will check out here. East back into the game, so a guard replacing a big. 6-point lead now for Montreal. $1:30 to go in the quarter. Here's Williams. Ben Stevens checked in the game, fires a pass down low, and it's finished off by Lou Williams.
Again, Montreal playing through the high post, putting 4 on the perimeter, taking advantage of the defense and cutting to the basket.
Here's Moncrief trying to push inside, and he traveled. Switch pivot. Feet down low, so a turnover for Brampton. Will give Montreal a chance to build.
Nice series for Ben Stevens there. Nice pass on offense, good defense, causing the turnover.
Stevens, a product of Laurier. Here he is up top. Five seconds on the shot clock. Anderson's chased, almost intercepted. It's tipped into the corner. Stevens down low, got to put it up. Didn't hit rim. Boucard was fighting for it, and Hunter has it. Head coach Serta telling him to push. Hunter pulls up, and head coach Serta will love that. Tyrese Hunter from deep.
That was good offense against good defense, and the offense won there.
5-point lead. Anderson steps in, steps back, and knocks it down.
What you can do, we can do better. Montreal answers that.
Anderson's got 5 points now. His first hit from deep. Shot clock off, final 10 seconds of the quarter. Hunter looking to the bench for orders, almost turned it over. He's got to retreat now. 3 seconds, Hunter to beat the buzzer. And it's off the mark. That's how the first quarter will come to a close, 28-20. Montreal on top of Brampton. Good start for the Alliance.
If you're the Alliance, you want to bottle that first quarter. They showed you on both ends what they can do. This is a barn burner. Everybody was ready.
The kids trying to find a reason to get loud here for their home Honey Badgers. They'll look for that in the second quarter. Stick around. We've got action coming your way in just a moment. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Looking to level up your future? Algoma University's Brampton campus is where ambition meets opportunity. Study in-demand programs like business, computer science, and psychology right in downtown Brampton. We offer the most affordable tuition in Ontario and are ranked #1 in Canada for scholarships and bursaries. Small classes, big support, real success. Algoma University Brampton. Success within reach.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win.
You gotta love a Canadian news.
Two hands. Me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Welcome back to the CAA Center where the Brampton Honey Badgers currently down by 8. But that's not what we're here to talk about. It is a school day game, and I'm here with my friend Jasmine right now. Jasmine, how old are you and what school do you go to?
I'm 10 and I go to Divine Mercy Elementary.
Amazing. So I imagine when your teacher told you that you'd be going to a basketball game instead of being in class, you were really, really excited. Well, how did you feel in that moment when they told you that?
I felt really excited and I was like, oh yeah, I get to skip class.
Amazing. And so you're here at a Brampton Honey Badgers game. What's your favorite part about being at a game here today?
Just like the vibe and like everything and everyone here and all like the excitement.
Now, do you play basketball?
I don't. I play soccer, but I do like basketball.
Amazing. So maybe after today we'll turn you into a basketball player?
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Well, Matt, I think I'm going to stay here and have some popcorn with Jasmine because it's way better to be here for a basketball game. Would you say that, Jasmine?
Oh, yeah.
Amazing. Back to you guys.
Good stuff. Thank you, Joe. I can go to you for things, right? I mean, I wonder, where's D in that shot there?
D could fit in no problem in that crowd.
East fits into the key there, drops 2. That's a compliment, by the way, D. You look young.
Thank God for the beard.
Here's Guerrier trying to push inside, and another nice move for this Alliance team down low.
22 points in the paint already for the Alliance. Different bodies, different guys. Steven starts off, then Guerrier.
Tyson driving. Might have gotten away with a little travel there. He was sliding through the middle of the key, and instead the Alliance come away with a steal. Here's Boucard looking for an option. Freeman Liberty. He's got 9 points. Up top, G fires. Can't hit. Moncrief soaring through the middle of the key. That's his first rebound of the afternoon.
Ball's moving, open shots are being created, and part of that is because Montreal's running the floor so well.
Here's Tyson, gets some space, and the marksman shoots from deep.
Yeah, I wouldn't give him space. As soon as he walks in the gym, I'd guard him. That's just way too much room for him.
So Tyson hits from deep. Stevens up top. Pass down low. Guerrier again, same matchup, guarded by Moncrief. This time, gonna have a different move, and instead Moncrief gets a hand on it.
The young kid just used his education on the veteran. He waited and stayed down, became the second jumper.
East bumped by Boucard. That'll be Guillaume's second personal foul as we have subs in. Montreal bringing in 3 new bodies here. It'll be Hughes, Johnson, and Osawe.
Yeah, we said earlier I thought Osawe had 2. That they had corrected that foul. He doesn't. But Ben Johnson's a nice story. Rookie coming out of Houston Christian University, Canadian. And watch him to stay. He'll shoot the ball if you give him the opportunity.
He had 11 points against Saskatchewan, and Prince has 2 down low.
Yeah. So nice one-on-one move by Prince right at Hughes.
Prince on the score sheet now. Lead down to 5 again. Hughes up top, guarded by Prince. Freeman Liberty. He can fire from there, so Tyson's got a hand in his face. Instead, Hughes pushing inside and flexing again. This Montreal team putting on a clinic down low.
And he moved Oduro out, which is a tough task. Hughes has been on a mission. And now Brampton's got lots of size on the floor, so I'm surprised they didn't come with a little bit of help.
Moncrief going baseline, lost control, goes out of bounds, but it's off of Freeman Liberty. It just seems like whenever Brampton gets a small chance or a small angle to pop inside, as we have a timeout on the floor here, this will give us a chance to talk about this. When they have an opportunity to kind of break into the middle of the key, Montreal collapses, but then when they kick it out, they're able to recover so well to the perimeter to deny the shot.
Great game plan. Like they've been executing really well. I just really impressed on their total team defense, stopping the ball, then kicking it out. We need a timeout because these guys are working so hard on both ends of the floor.
Well, we're going to give you a timeout, Joe. 7-point lead for Montreal here in Brampton. We'll be back in just a moment. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
You don't just fuel your body, you fuel your drive. We're not here to preach hustle. We're here for the ones who show up. You know who you are. The moms who make mornings feel like magic. The runners lacing up before the scroll. The dreamers writing it down before it's real. And we're here for you. Real fruit, real fuel. Booster Juice. Fuel for what's next.
Montreal off to an excellent start here in Brampton. 8 different scores, 10 team assists, and shooting 64% from the field. It has been the perfect start here for Jermaine Small's team.
And the only thing that's keeping Brampton going right now to that perfect start is their 8 offensive rebounds. Brampton's done a great job of creating second chance opportunities. And as well as Montreal's playing, Brampton's in the game because of those rebounds.
6 second chance points for Brampton off the inbound play. Let's see what they drew up. Tyson fading, couldn't hit. Prince inside, pulls it down with the right, goes up with the left, couldn't get it to go. Moncrief blocked down low, and he was fouled.
So when you design a really good out of bounds play, part of it is not just the quality shot. Everybody thinks it's always for the shot. But when you can create a situation where you get a great shot, but also put yourself in great rebounding position, you get that second chance. So here they are, they force Hughes to come out, and that leaves Oduro opportunity to get to the rim for the second chance opportunity in the offensive rebound.
First free throw good for Moncrief. Yeah, they had big guys in the key as soon as that shot was taken by Tyson.
So 3 Canadian, like you look at the versatility that Brampton has up front. Ambrose Hilton, Oduro, Moncrief, all guys bigger than 6'8", inside the paint.
And this was the lineup we were told we may see at some point. The 3 big fellas in there, and then a pair of guards in Tyson and East. Here's Freeman Liberty, blocked down low. Ambrose Hilton and Prince came together. And instead it's going to be a foul charged towards Keon Ambrose Hilton as Hunter will come into the game here in just a moment.
So I just want to explain the value of the talent that this Brampton team has. In a league where you can have up to 3 imports on the floor, or you can carry 5 imports, Brampton's got 3 domestic players on the floor, and they've got lots of size and talent with those 3. It just tells you where the domestic level in the CEBL is in comparison to a lot of the imports who are G League players or players playing abroad.
Do you think coaches like that too? Because it's the saying is chestnut checkers, or whatever the saying is that Michael Jordan coined in his documentary there. But it makes coaching a little more difficult, right? And you have to be a lot more strategic with the players you have.
And as a coach, you always want to put your best out there, and you don't look at where they're from. You know, you take advantage of them. They've got some very good domestic talent.
So Brampton's done an excellent job. That's just Montreal throwing it up and throwing it down. Moncrief tipped it in. Oh, there's going to be some debate here. Tyson tossed it up, and it looked like it went in.
It certainly did, and I don't know if they can review that because there's no IRS. But you're absolutely right. Montreal went zone, and that was one of the best alley-oops I ever seen thrown.
Saway hitting the too small after he hits the fading jumper there. Oh, what a wacky couple of runs here. I'm sure Brampton will just be happy to take the bucket. Serta wanted the 3 ball, but the official indicated it was a 2, so it was tipped at the rim. Here's East, almost pushed out of bounds. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Tyson trying to create some space. East got to go. 1 second. East to beat the buzzer, and Sean does it again.
And, you know, they're not complaining about that last alley-oop for a 3-2 because that could have been offensive goaltending.
So they'll take it. They'll take a defensive stop here. Prince fingertips on the denial, and East wants to push. Chase from behind. Moncrief down low. Contact, no call. Grabs the offensive board. Trying to find the whistle, won't get it, and instead Brampton will get a possession underneath Montreal's net as subs will come in for both teams here.
Again, the offensive rebounding from Brampton has been sensational.
New Era is the exclusive game uniform partner of the CEBL and all 10 of its teams from coast to coast. Pick up your official replica jerseys today by visiting CEBL.ca. Quick insert pass, and Omojafo was fouled, so crafty play there from the Honey Badgers guards connecting.
Omojafo is a very good free throw shooter, and a big part of his game is he invites contact or he'll search it out. He uses it to his advantage. Guys who are good, in his case, he's a good free throw shooter, a good athlete, but you'll watch him, he will attack the basket, looking to score, but he finds himself very comfortable of being rewarded on the free throw line. It's just like a Hamilton thing. There's an SGA guy who does the same thing.
I'm looking at him saying Hamilton, Ontario. Yeah. Certainly not a University of South Florida thing, right? It's got to be Hamilton. First free throw, no good there. That's his first miss of the season, so he's 10 for 11 from the line. Second free throw, good. Omojafo coming off 10-point outing against Winnipeg. That was his top offensive performance of the season. Lead down to 4 here. Brampton wants a steal. Gourier. Good job by Prince to recover. Down low. Osawe. 5 on the shot clock. He's got to go here. Good defense. Shot too strong.
Montreal's got 5 guards on the floor. Look for the best matchup. Brampton does a good job of defending that.
The feed was there. Prince couldn't handle it from Hunter, and instead it's a turnover for Brampton. Got to get back on defense. Montreal with numbers. Freeman Liberty, the spot up, is in and out. 37-33. Just over 4 minutes to go in the half. East calling for the screen. Odro comes out and sets it. East fires. Odro was trying to follow it up. Alliance back the other way. Freeman Liberty challenging inside, cutting. Oh, so crafty. Javon Freeman Liberty showing off the hang time for 2 more.
Yeah, when you're on defense, first thing you got to do is stop the ball. And if you don't, straight line drives. A guy like Javon Freeman Liberty is going to take advantage of it.
So a timeout on the floor. Well, as Dee mentioned, this is a historic start for Brampton this season. So with a win today over Montreal, they would become the first Eastern Conference team in league history to start a season 5-0, and only 2 teams have ever done that before in league history. Edmonton in 2021 and Vancouver in 2025. And I'll give you an interesting stat here too, Joe. Brampton is the only team this season to hold a lead going into target score time in every game.
Well, that's how you go undefeated, right? And, and the other part of it is, in the CEBL, you've got to take advantage of the schedule. Brampton's had a bunch of home games, only had 1 road game, and they're taking advantage of it. In this league is so hard to win on the road. So if you can take care of home games and go 500 plus on the road, that's a great season. And Brampton's, that's the cards that they were dealt. They were prepared, they were ready, and they've done a very good job. But this Montreal team, in short turnaround, coming off a tough loss at home, came in this gym absolutely prepared, and everybody knew it, and they're executing very well.
So some adversity for this Brampton team, something that they haven't seen a lot of to start this season. They have not led in this game. They have trailed the entirety of the contest. So trying to grab a lead here before halftime.
Montreal again with all 5 guards on the court.
We'll see if Ambrose Hilton can work his way inside, and he does just that. Keon Ambrose Hilton flushing it down.
Yeah, nice play after the timeout. Great fake on the dribble handoff.
So he's on the board in a big way. Lead back to 4. Boucard looking for an option. Tries to drive inside, loses control, and all over it is Hunter. He wants to push. East in transition. Into the corner, Tyson, right guy, and a big-time bucket. Lead down to 1. Brampton finding the spark.
There was a great example of a 5-on-4, and what does Brampton do? They find the open shooter in space. Good use of running the floor with all 5 guys.
Quick 5-0 run out of the timeout for Brampton. Here's Anderson. Ambrose Hilton comes out. He's able to recover down low. Anderson hand in his face. Off the back rim, Ambrose Hilton able to tip it to East.
Without Hughes on the floor right now, Montreal settling too quickly for the 3.
That pass too much to handle for Omajafo. Good defense there from Hunter. Guerrier up top. Boucard looking for options again. This time he finds Anderson. 10 seconds on the shot clock, and he retreats. Back inside, and it's scooped up by East. Pushing in transition, and East able to draw the whistle. That one will be on Jalen Anderson.
Bad series by Anderson there. 3-on-2 in transition. They don't push it up. They end up going to a clock, and then the turnover, and then the foul.
So a timeout on the floor here to try to stop this bleeding. And, Joe, that's the amazing thing about basketball is the momentum swings can happen in the blink of an eye. What have we seen here from Montreal these last few runs? You just mentioned there a couple of breakdowns, but as an entire team here, what have they kind of done incorrectly the last couple of minutes to watch this lead evaporate?
Early in the game, they spaced out, and their shots were going, and they found lanes. Right now, they're stopping the ball. There's too many pauses in their offense, and they're not flowing. Instead of catching and holding on, they've got to catch and drive and create space. And on that group there, when they went with 5 guards, you're thinking, oh, they weren't as, the flow wasn't as good as it was when Hughes was on the floor.
So a timeout on the floor. Brampton outscoring Montreal 18-11 so far in this quarter. Montreal led by Javon Freeman Liberty, who's the only scorer in the game with double digits in the point category. He's got 12 for Brampton, 8 points each for Cam Tyson and Matthew Moncrief. So those are the leaders for both teams.
And Montreal's got 19 fouls, and they've got 4 guys with 2. And sometimes that takes away a little bit of what you think you can do defensively or with and your aggressiveness on the ball.
Here's East off the timeout. Trying to drive baseline. East hesitates, goes up with the left, and it's pulled down by the Alliance. Freeman Liberty chased from behind. Hughes quickly down low. Osawe double teamed. Williams almost lost control. Montreal swinging it. Hughes goes back up top. 2 on the shot clock. Freeman Liberty in and out. He's done that a couple of times. Been on the wrong side of the rim. Here's East in transition. Nice fake up with the left. He was working on that in warm-ups, and he executes it perfectly in the game.
You got to get back if you're Montreal. You did that early.
And a big turnover here. Omajafo all over it, forcing the hand of the Alliance on the inbound.
Yeah, right now, few mistakes, mental errors right now hurt Montreal, but Brampton's doing a real nice job of imposing what they want to do on them. Good defense there.
Turned over. Here's Boucard. Quick pass inside. So a foul down low. That will be on, it looks like, Sean East, or checked out. They're going to give it to Omajafo.
Yeah, Freeman Liberty almost made a huge error there in that he ball faked where he was going to throw it, allowing the defense to get there.
Well, Lotto Max now gives you even more chances to win with new prizes of $100,000 every draw. Get your Lotto Max ticket today. Must be 18 plus. Williams. Freeman Liberty in the corner. Up top. Osawe, nice spin inside. Oh, Keon Ambrose Hilton swats that down. Hunter back the other way. 3 ball off the back rim. This place would have erupted.
Yeah, you got Ambrose Hilton there from the weak side. Does a nice job not just blocking it, but keeping the ball alive.
Freeman Liberty busy. Key. And Hunter, another rebound here. He's up to 4 now. Omajafo, quick dish off. Ambrose Hilton showing off the handles on the reverse.
3 on 2. Efficiency by Brampton. If you want to be a transition team, you got to score on all advantage situations, and they are doing a great job. They just keep on attacking when they get transition, especially when they get numbers.
17-second difference between the game clock and shot clock. Freeman Liberty, hand in his face. That one well off the mark. Tyson's got it. Able to keep it in bounds. Shot clock off. Final 10 seconds of the half. Tyson fills the front court. Sean East with the ball in his hands. He's got 9 points. Kicked into the corner. Hunter, too strong, and it's pulled down by Montreal. As the first half comes to a close, 42-39. Brampton crawls all the way back, Joe. They have to be happy with that effort in the second quarter.
That was an amazing effort. Great defense. Only giving up 11 points. That was absolutely sensational defense. They imposed their will, and that's what happens.
All right, let's check in with D, who's standing by with Cam Tyson.
Cam, 8 points, 4 assists, a little bit of everything. What was the difference between that first and second quarter for you guys?
I just think we came out a little bit flat early game, and then we finally woke up and found our rhythm.
And what we have to do in the second half to ensure victory here today?
Just get defensive stops and rebounds.
Awesome. Best of luck. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, D. Thank you, Cam Tyson. Tyson with 8 points, 3 boards, 4 assists, an all-around start for him that he will certainly take. The Honey Badgers will certainly take a 3-point lead at the halfway mark. We're going to take a short break. We'll break down the half in just a moment. Stick around. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
It means a lot to me. It gives me a chance to celebrate my culture, Indian heritage, and display it through the game I love.
You know, it's all about love. At the end of the day, we're all the same people, and it's all about love and appreciating each other and, you know, having a good time.
Asian heritage month means a lot. It gives me, particularly a Filipino, the opportunity to be proud of where I'm from, to celebrate our culture, to encourage those around us to continue to celebrate our culture, and to spread light on the Filipinos.
My Indian culture showed me that hard work and discipline are very important, and I try to carry that through my game.
And that cultural background has bred into me the value of working really, really hard not just physically on the court when I used to play basketball, but also with your brain and all of your energy. So a lot of hard work and also humility. So it couples together hard work and humility.
I think we've been instilled to be disciplined. We've been instilled to be fast. We've been instilled to be on the ball all the time. And I think that's what I take away professionally as well.
Both my parents are of Filipino descent, so we have a certain type of style of play, and we're really gritty, we're really physical, and I don't know if that's particularly due to maybe our size. We're traditionally not very big people, so to be able to have some success in a big person or a tall person sport, you got to have certain grit, aggressiveness.
To be able to serve my food at the CAA Center for the Honey Badgers is such a milestone. You know, I want families and kids to come here, watch the game, embrace that Punjabi Canadian food is being served at the game, and it's a way for them to be close to their culture, to their roots, through basketball, through sports, and through food.
I definitely feel like it is a responsibility to show young children that they can be in this space, and the only way that we can do that is taking up space authentically and being involved. And I never want children to feel like they have to choose between their culture and their passions. They can do both, and they can be in both spaces.
It helps open door, and it feels like the path is more achievable, and just being able to be present, it helps like it feels more comfortable for the people that are the younger generation that are coming up.
Asian basketball has been in the come up for a while now. As an Asian basketball player, we're kind of like representing that whole continent of like, you know, we're on the come up and all that, right?
Over the years, as I've gotten older, I feel more of a responsibility because I understand that, you know, Indian kids are looking up to me, and they find motivation in watching me play.
There's room for us in these spaces, and I want the next generation to feel that earlier than we did.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun, or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
CA. At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands, me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Lotto Max now has more?
Oh yeah, like up to 90 new prizes of $100,000 on every draw.
Yeah, right. And aliens exist.
What? Lotto Max has more prizes?
Yep, that's more chances to win.
Sure, and horses can fly.
No way.
Cool.
Back inside the CAA Center, 42-39. The Brampton Honey Badgers on top of the Montreal Alliance here on school day inside the Flower City. And Joe, the first half was a tale of two quarters, as you just said to me a moment ago. The first quarter started off so well for the Montreal Alliance, and then the second quarter, Brampton punched back in a pretty tough way, outscoring Montreal 22-11. As we're going to take a look at some first half highlights here, and the offensive boards was something that really stuck out to you for Brampton.
Yeah, 12 offensive rebounds for Brampton. That gives you opportunities, second chance opportunities. They had 10 more shots than Montreal. But Montreal started off with incredible defense. Shot 69% in the first half, and they put the ball in the paint. Their defense, their energy was spectacular, but it was the giving up those offensive rebounds that kept Brampton alive. So they looked for transition, but then a little bit of fatigue set in the second quarter for your Montreal. You may have burned up that nervous or that energy early, but their strength is getting to the paint. And they've been doing that at a bunch of different positions. They do it early, they do it in the clock, but they like to get to the rim.
All right, let's take a look at the stats from that first half. And one of the things that you won't see on this stat graphic, we'll take a look in a couple of moments here, but something that stood out to us as well, Joe, is the fouls. Only 4 personal fouls for the Honey Badgers. They've drawn 9.
And they've done a real nice job on that. And how about the start of DJ Jackson? When they really needed something in the first quarter, he comes in with 4 straight points. And that's, that bench straight, that was important. So we look at these numbers here. Montreal, 50%, but they were 69. So theirs is going down. Brampton's is coming up a little bit. Nobody's shooting the 3 real well right now. And Brampton leaving some free throws on the line. But it's that rebound number. And those 12 of those are offensive rebounds. And that's really been the difference. And the block shots, 7 and 5. Both these teams on defense getting their hands on balls. And 2 teams that turn it over a lot, playing at this speed, only had 6 turnovers each. So that's pretty impressive.
Leading scorers for the Honey Badgers in the first half of play, Sean East with 9 and 8 points each for Matthew Moncrief and Cam Tyson. For the Montreal Alliance, 12 points. Again, only player in double-digit scoring and points, Javon Freeman Liberty with 12, and Michael Hughes II with 8 points as well. The Brampton Honey Badgers, 42. Montreal Alliance, 39. We are halfway through. We'll be back with third quarter action and a lot more fun here at the CAA Center in just a moment. Stick around. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Most of our clients who come through our door and who are suffering from mental illness, they're feeling a sense of despair and a longing for help. Often, insurance companies are denying disability claims on the basis that there's insufficient medical evidence. We've represented hundreds of clients who suffer from anxiety or depression. We fight for our clients' right to receive the compensation they deserve. If you've been denied long-term disability, don't give up. We can help.
Your long-term disability firm, Kotak Law.
RedTag.ca.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. Oh, and it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boots. Two hands. Me. Oh, what a block from behind.
You know that trip I kept thinking about? I finally took it. It turned into open highways, lakeside stops, sunsets that seemed to last a little longer, less scrolling, more seeing. And at the end of each day, Sandman made it simple. Comfortable stays in the right places, so I could do more. Booking that stay? Best decision I made. Your summer, made in Canada. Book direct for the best rates.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
Back inside the CAA Center, 42-39. Brampton clinging to a 3-point lead over the Montreal Alliance at the halfway point of our ball game. And Joel, let's take a look at your players to watch. Check out how they did in the first half of action.
So we got the veteran against, the rookie. And The rookie did an absolutely sensational job getting 8 points, but getting those 4 rebounds. But Quinton Guerrier really made the difference for, in his case, on the defensive end. You know, he's done an absolutely sensational job on defense. But right now, if I'm going to say, you know, the lead goes to Brampton, but right now the rookie's doing a heck of a job.
He has been impressive inside. You know who also has been impressive in his debut today? It's D. He's standing by with Alliance head coach Jermaine Small.
Coach, let's start with the pros. You held a very good Brampton offense at 38% shooting. What will you have to continue to do here in the second half?
Yeah, I think just being physical, making, you know, some of the catches tough, and just keep contesting everything. I mean, they're such a good shooting team. It's sometimes it's not up to you, but as long as you contest, you've done your job.
Speaking of physical, they're getting a lot of offensive rebounds, 12 in that first half, a lot of second chance opportunities. What are you telling your guys here in the second half?
Yeah, the glass is a concern for sure. I mean, they're a good offensive rebounding team, but I think we just got to do our work a little bit earlier and initiate contact and just understand they're shooting threes. It's going to be a long rebound, so don't get buried inside.
Best of luck in the second half, Coach. Back to you, Matt.
All right, thank you, D. Well, Joe, one of the things that we've talked about early in the season for Brampton is the offensive efficiency of this team. The guards are strong, the inside guys are strong. They're taking smart shots, and that was one of the things that head coach Alex Serta said when he came to this organization, that he wanted to create the highest percentage shot on every possession, and they've certainly done that through 3 specific players.
Yeah, you know, if you measure efficiency on this, 180 is the gold standard. That's adding up field goal percentage, free throw percentage, and 3-point percentage. So if you've got 180, that's incredible. They have 3 players on this team that are 180 or better. Sean East at 180, Hunter at 196, Tyson at 202. That's an absolute, I've never heard of a team with 2 players that do that. To have 3 guys, it tells you why they're 4-0. Those are crazy numbers, efficient numbers, and what I like about it is they're not hunting the shot, they're letting the ball find them. This is a very good flow offense, and that backcourt has just been sensational this season.
You know, we want to talk about efficiency here. Cam Tyson, it's the curious case of Cam Tyson. He had 72 points entering this game on the season. He had 72 total points. 66 of those have come from behind the arc. He had a target score time winner the other day and 2 free throws. So 6 points of his 72 entry today were from 2-point or otherwise not 3-pointers. So he has been insanely inefficient.
And you watch, but again, he's not hunting the 3. Or the first basket of the game today was him penetrating the middle for the little pull-up jumper. So these guys are playing within the system, and they're allowing the system, they're trusting the system to get them good shots. And other guys know it. And this team does a real nice job of inside-out open threes for their shooters.
So the Brampton Honey Badgers will try to build on this lead as they get set to start third quarter action here. For Montreal, Joe, I know the simple solution would be just score the basketball more, but from your coaching standpoint here at the table, what would your message kind of be to this Alliance team coming into this third quarter?
You can't lose the intensity factor, and that's kind of the best way to measure that is your defensive intensity and getting back in transition. In that first quarter, they won that battle, and then in the second quarter, they were giving up too many open shots in transition. They were the victims of 3-on-2s, 5-on-4s. So they've got to do a good job of establishing their defense, stopping the ball in the full court, and then creating a half-court game.
So it's shaped up to be a pretty good ball game here in Brampton, back and forth affair, and the Honey Badgers, the latest team to lead. It'll be Tyson, Odro, Moncrief, East, and Hunter for Brampton. For the Alliance, it'll be Guerrier, Hughes, Williams, Freeman Liberty, and Osawe. So both teams running out their same starting lineups that began the game. Brampton will start with the rock.
Montreal 2-3 zone right off the bat.
You said defensive intensity and trying to show some different cards here early. Here's Hunter. He had 5 points in the first half. Odro up with the right, and it's good.
Yeah, and that's preparation on Brampton's part. Odro staying behind the zone, flashing there, making himself visible.
Ball up top, Freeman Liberty. Trying to use the screen, had Hughes for half a second, eventually finds him. Kick out to Williams. And Odro fighting Moncrief, a little friendly fire there for the rebound.
I think Montreal, good things happen if if Hughes can touch the basketball, and there he created a situation for an open three.
Freeman Liberty got hit awkwardly there. Slow to get back. Prince again, climbing the front of the rim. Odro back-to-back buckets to start the quarter.
Yeah, 2 great series for Prince Odro. And on his way down there to score, I think he may have given Freeman Liberty a little bit of a Charlie horse.
Freeman Liberty loses control, perhaps feeling the effects of that. Moncrief almost had his pocket picked by the aforementioned Freeman Liberty.
So Montreal went zone, now on the miss, went back to man.
Oh, you got to get a hand in his face. You might need man-to-man or a couple of men to defend Tyson as he hits the deep three and a timeout on the floor. A quick 7-0 run to begin the third quarter here. The Brampton Honey Badgers catching fire. We're going to take a break. Stick around. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Looking to level up your future? Algoma University's Brampton campus is where ambition meets opportunity. Study in-demand programs like business, computer science, and psychology right in downtown Brampton. We offer the most affordable tuition in Ontario and are ranked #1 in Canada for scholarships and bursaries. Small classes, big support, real success. Algoma University Brampton. Success within reach.
Well, in spirit of the school day game here at the CAA Center, let's take a look at some beauties we pulled from the archives here. Sean East, Tyrese Hunter, Danilo Jurcic, and Josh Omajafo. Those are some young-looking fellas, Joe.
Yeah, I love the hair. We'll talk about flow on offense. Look at Jurcic there, looking sensational, pretty impressive. But, you know, if you had to pick him out in the crowd, I think you can still do that.
Now, D actually checked in with Danilo, who had some thoughts on the photo, didn't he?
Yeah, so I had to ask Danilo about that hair, and like the second he saw that photo, he started geeking out. And so he said, he must have been. He said he must have been 11 or 12 years old, and they actually used to call him Baby Jesus. But then once he went to St. Michael's, he had to cut it. But I couldn't help but think the whole time, Joe would have loved to borrow some of that hair, eh, Matt?
Wow. I'm sitting beside him, so I'm not saying anything. Cheap seats back there. Now you got Joe thinking. He's going to say something in a second. Osawe will say something from downtown, knocks down a triple.
So both teams in this third quarter have come out with zone, and the offense has won both those challenges.
So a 7-0 run to start the half is silenced by a 3-ball. Tough shot there for Hunter, who bricked the 3. Freeman Liberty dishes off inside, trying, and there for the tip, Gourrier.
Yeah. Good rebound by Gourrier. Salway there attacking the basket, trying to create a situation, looking for a foul, but Gourrier bails him out.
Gourrier, a CEBL All-Canadian last year. 17 points per game, 8 boards. Here's Prince down the lane. Oh, Prince Odro taking the elevator all the way up.
Prince has had a quarter.
He's got 6 points, 8 in the contest. Here's Williams. Gourrier. Moncrief trying to keep him in front. Gourrier steps back. Good defense there from Moncrief, but right into the hands of Hughes. Now it's Williams sneaking inside, and Prince comes through for the board, his 5th rebound of the game.
Montreal doing a nice job of playing some isolation offense there. Just got to finish it.
East. On the mismatch here, guarded by Hughes. Kicks into the corner. Hunter, 3-ball. Hunter trying to chase. Osawe comes away with it, and A blocking foul is called. Sean East not happy as Freeman Liberty hit the deck.
Man, 2 stars in a play there. Freeman Liberty looking for it, and Sean East does a super job of coming in. If it's not a foul, it's a turnover. You know, it was a great risk reward, and the winner there was Freeman Liberty, and he didn't even know it.
So Freeman Liberty will head to the bench. You mentioned a moment ago he might have got knocked by Prince down low, so he'll get a breather, a chance to recuperate here.
Yeah, his body got banged up so far in this quarter. Right there, just a little bit. He was trying to get the steal, but also trying to draw the turnover.
Well, he's a competitor. Some NBA experience with the Raptors, 22 games in 23-24. That is Freeman Liberty. Actually started 6 of those games too, 7 points per game.
So you got Guerrier and Liberty both with NBA experience on the floor for Montreal.
Up top, Hughes. He had all the time in the world, and he makes it work.
Yeah, I think he's the factor. I like when he touches the basketball.
East trying to go to work, guarded by Boucard. Jackson back in the game. His pass almost picked off. Tyson 3-ball. And Boucard chases it down. Jackson, second effort, goes up on the reverse. No call. Odro's got it. And the bucket will count. The ball was around the cylinder and it was played.
So it was touched. Yeah. It was touched by Montreal while the ball was on the cylinder, be it the mesh or the rim. But how about the offensive rebounding? Montreal does a super job running momentum, long rebound. Again, in this case, Jackson got it and kept the ball alive.
Clinic on the offensive board so far by Brampton. Kids getting a master class in rebounding. Here's Hughes. Boucard. 5 on the shot clock. Montreal looking for a shot here, desperate for something. Johnson to beat the buzzer, and they'll take it.
And that's what he did. We talked about earlier. He comes in. He's looking for threes. He's got no interest in stepping inside that line unless he's got a layup. But, man, he will shoot it.
Here's Moncrief inside, weaving, no roll. Anderson drops it back. This time Johnson fakes. Boucard going baseline on the reverse. Ambrose Hilton able to poke it up. Here's Tyson. Inside, Ambrose Hilton quick. Moncrief tried to follow. He gets the offensive board. Was rejected. And it's loose down low. That was Anderson who denied him. Boucard inside, and finally a whistle after a couple of high-tempo runs there, Joe.
Yeah, the common denominator for the bigs of Brampton is they all love to run the floor. And sometimes you just don't see that. Bigs are like, you put them on the line and you run a 100-meter dash here. I don't think any of these bigs are ended up in last place. They all like to run the floor.
Well, Boucard at the line. Honey Badgers fans, Canada's Pro Basketball League is back, and you can experience it live from the CAA Center. Scan the QR code or visit honeybadgers.ca/tickets today. Like we said, Joe, that Saturday matchup, not to get ahead of ourselves here, but against Vancouver is going to be an absolute doozy. That Saturday night here at the CAA Center, a Western team that has certainly lived up to their expectations this year. We'll get a guard in Jalen House, a Canadian in Tyrese Samuel in the building too. Lots to look forward to. Here's East, trying to put together something on offense, and of course, Sean East comes through.
Just shows you what he can do as a player. So many things. Shoot the three, pass the ball, rebound, and there getting himself in the middle, making a great decision.
East has 11. Danilo Jurcic checked into the game a moment ago. Now he's going to have to D up Stevens. Good defense there from Danilo. Ball goes out of bounds. As Omajaffo will come into the game for Brampton here. Tyson's going to get a break here with 4:08 to go in the third quarter.
When the bench is your strength, then you can put players out there and fatigue doesn't become an issue, and confidence. Right now, Coach has a pile of confidence on this Brampton bench.
Anderson. He's got 5 points. Pulls up, looking for 6 and 7. Won't get it. Offensive board. Lots going on down low. Bucket will not count. 2 shots coming. And the foul is on Keon Ambrose Hilton. That is his second personal.
How about Montreal? They must have been listening at halftime there. They only had 2 offensive rebounds that entire first half. They've got 4 so far in the third quarter. So they're attacking the basket, from the perimeter. Now the danger with that is if you are going to attack the rim and you're going to put a lot of emphasis on that, is you got to make sure you've got good defensive transition getting back.
Osawe about to take his second shot here. Just finished his season overseas in the top German league where he averaged 17 points per game. Second one, no good. He was actually voted the team's most improved player last season. That is the Alliance team.
Yeah,
most improved player.
I've been bragging about him. I think he's one of the more improved players in the league. But this free throw shooting, something Montreal's got to get better at, right? You can't be 60% as a team.
Osawe was 60% on the season entering that trip. Quick pass, skipped inside. Osawe out to Johnson, step to his left, fires. Too strong.
Yeah, but good ball movement. They were forcing Brampton to scramble and got this ball to one of their better outside shooters.
East calling for the screen. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Danilo. Goes behind the back, and it was picked. He was looking for a call, not going to get it.
That's a great closeout by Stevens.
Alliance trying to convert on the defensive stop. Stevens up top, immediately looking to pass. Here's Boucard. Into the corner, Osawe. That one well short. East trying to go to work. East fading away. Tried to poke Stevens there, but Stevens holding strong.
East looking for the foul. Montreal holding their own. This second unit of Montreal is playing real good defense. Again, the offensive rebound.
And count the bucket. Osawe says, I'll take 3.
Lots of X and O's in execution when it comes to basketball and skill, but rebounding and going after offensive rebounds is a skill. It's relentless work. You got to put yourself in a situation, and guys like Osawe do a nice job of expecting or treating every shot like a miss. Look at this. He works his way in there before he gets an opportunity and then finishes it off.
Osawe 5 rebounds now. Well, he's been turning it up on the offensive end. Last 2 games, 22 points and 14 points. Shooting over 50% in both of those games. And he knocks down. So just like that, Montreal back in front, 56-55, inside 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Mapinomi, Joe Razo, Deep Sarah, thanks for joining us here in this morning matchup on school day. Hunter, nice shot fake. Brampton has numbers if they go inside. Omojafo, confident take.
Yeah, but you saw him. There was no pausing on the ball on the catch. It was an immediate take on the closeout.
Omojafo playing like a seasoned vet. Making the most of his opportunity here in Brampton. Johnson inside to Stevens. 8 guarding 8. Odro gets the stop and the strip as it goes out of bounds. Boy, Prince has been solid down low today, Joe.
Yeah, nice play by Stevens there, but you could see the difference in the offenses right now with the second unit of Montreal. Brampton there moved the basketball. Here there was just too many pauses. The ball's got to flow. You got to create the closeouts so that you can create those slashes.
A little stagnant. Anderson, and he's not even going to get a shot off here, so a sloppy possession here from Montreal, far from the hoop as the buzzer sounded.
Yeah, Montreal lacked a little leadership on that possession. There was nobody taking control of the shot clock. They didn't get the information either from the bench, but nobody on the court realized where the clock was.
You know, I was watching the New York Knicks game the other day, and the shot clock violation signal is the referees will tap the top of their head. I was watching the game downtown Toronto, and there's a kid and his dad beside me, and the kid said to his dad, he's challenging a pitch. I said, welcome to 2026. All new school, Joe. Here's Hunter trying to push inside. Williams, good defense, and the whistle comes through. Head coach Small wanted a travel call. Instead, it's going to be a foul against Williams. Some pretty honest defense.
Yeah, and you know what? And he may have a point on that one.
So Hunter at the line. He's got 5 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. Now up to 6 points.
And right now, both teams have got a real big mixture of second unit players on the floor. Montreal did a real nice job of coming back with that with their bench.
Knocks down a pair.
Freeman Liberty back on the floor, which is key because we saw he got a little banged up there.
Freeman Liberty, 23 points per game, team's leading scorer. They'll need him to turn it up on offense here if they want to now come from behind. Here he is, mismatch on Odro. Stevens was calling for it inside. Freeman Liberty for the tie. And Danilo's right there. Head coach Serta calling the play from the backcourt. Here's Moncrief. Odro far from the rim, turns it over. And here comes Williams. Moncrief chasing Odro from behind, and Moncrief denies.
The bigs run back on defense too.
And Jurcic was too far on the baseline. Here's Courier back the other way, and another block. But a foul is called, so some good defense there from Brampton, but a whistle comes in.
Yeah, when it comes to risk reward, sometimes you got to read the floor. So in cases where you have 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, that's an advantage. But when you're 1 against 2, sometimes you just got to make the better decision. Like, especially, when God turns around and makes those other guys 6'8", 6'9", and run like gazelle, sometimes the better decision is wait for some help.
Guerrier at the line.
So look at the Prince. Prince getting back on defense. That's effort. That's something special right now that Brampton has.
Well, bring your crew and experience game day like never before. Get Alliance tickets by scanning the QR code or by visiting alliancemontreal.ca/tickets. Courier hits a pair, lead back down to 1. Courier entered this game 3 of 13 from the line on the season, so bump that average up a little bit. East picks up his dribble, 10 on the shot clock. Hunter trying to weave using East, and it looked like East got tangled up there with Anderson. Anderson's looking like maybe that should have been an offensive foul.
Yeah, East was trying to set the screen, but Anderson did a real nice little veteran job of grabbing East a little bit, trying to sell it.
Hugging it out. 14 on the shot clock. East will inbound. Omajafo slips it, drives on the reverse. Oh, a magic play by Josh.
Second time Brampton's used that. First time it was Ambrose Hilton in the first half, and Omajafo here with the fake DHO off the sideline out of bounds.
Such crafty stuff. Man, we cannot speak more highly of Josh Omajafo in his minutes here for this Brampton team. He has been an absolute spark off of the bench.
How about 2 rookies right out of school, Omajafo and Moncrief? Like, just talk about guys who are ready to make a difference.
That's part of the program here. One of the things that is attractive to players in Brampton and that will lead them to Alex Serta's team is the player development program, specifically for Sean East, too. Coaching staff has a blueprint for every player. 1 second difference between the game clock, shot clock. Freeman Liberty can't hit. Shot clock off. Final 5 seconds of the quarter. Omajafo over to Hunter. Omajafo shot fake, drives inside to beat the buzzer. Yes! Count the bucket. Oh, the magician back at it, and a chance at 3.
Wow, talk about ending a quarter. Do it on defense with the rebound. Run out, move the ball, play the clock down. That's knowing it. Special finish.
This quarter, all Josh Omajafo. The Honey Badgers with a 5-point lead. Fourth quarter, Target Store time coming your way on the other side. Stick around. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus.
Looking to level up your future? Algoma University's Brampton campus is where ambition meets opportunity. Study in-demand programs like business, computer science, and psychology right in downtown Brampton. We offer the most affordable tuition in Ontario and are ranked #1 in Canada for scholarships and bursaries. Small classes, big support, real success. Algoma University Brampton. Success within reach.
Did you know that every CEBL game ends on a game-winning bucket? Yep, every single one. That's because we use something called target score ending, a thrilling twist that keeps fans locked in till the final shot. So what is the target score ending? Here's how it works. The first time the clock stops with 4 minutes or less left in the fourth quarter, the game clock is turned off. We enter target score time. We take the leading team's score, add 9 points, and that becomes the target score. Let's say it's 91-80. That means the first team to hit 100 wins. No ticking clock, no intentional fouls, just pure clutch basketball. It's fast, it's electric, and it guarantees that every game ends with a bang. Experience the target score ending this CEBL season.
Back inside the CAA Center, 63-58. Josh Omajafo with a chance to complete a three-point play. One of the many Canadians for this Brampton team that is finding the bottom of the net in this game, Joe.
Yeah, it leads me to a thought I've been talking a little bit about. Like, you notice that there's a new rule change in the CBL. You can carry 5 imports. So you still only have to have, you must have 2 Canadians on the floor at all time. And I'm watching scoring percentage go down around the league because of that. And okay, that makes sense. But here, Brampton, with their Canadians, have scored 34 of the 63 points has come from their Canadians. And this is a backcourt full of imports who can score. Just tells you the quality of those players.
So there's actually no foul on Omajafo on that buzzer beater bucket. Instead, it'll be Guerrier opening the scoring in this fourth quarter. So just a 2 for Omajafo to close out the quarter.
And that's a physical matchup inside. Those are the 2 guys we were featuring. And boy, they had their DNA all over each other.
Let's check back in with D, who's standing by.
Thanks, Matt. Was just on the Montreal sideline. Coach Smalls telling his guys, hey, listen, we're getting them too many easy baskets. We got to get more stops. Let's make that the priority right now. And then offensively, it's got to be possession by possession. Execute, take your time. We'll get our baskets, but again, it starts again on defense. Back to you, Matt.
All right, well, quick bucket's exactly what Montreal needed. They get a quick one right there, Joe.
Yeah, great job, offense and defense. The block on the defensive side. Here you got your best offensive player in JFL getting the block on Prince Odro, starting transition. One starts with a post up, the other one again got back to the paint. This team does a good job of attacking the rim.
So a timeout on the floor. That'll give us a chance to take a look at what's going on around the league, Canadian Elite Basketball League. Isaiah Moore, big signing with the Edmonton Stingers yesterday, a fan favorite in Ottawa the last 2 seasons, 19 points per game last year. He actually had an 18-rebound game last season, which is 2 off of the single-game record in CEBL history. Sean Miller-Moore, familiar name, Rugsy, Brampton guy, making his season debut tonight with the Calgary Surge, and he spent the last 3 seasons in Calgary, 3-time CEBL All-Canadian. And finally, Joe, a much-anticipated matchup here, the Surge hosting a game in Red Deer for the 2nd consecutive season. That'll be against those Stingers on May 31st. It was a big success last year.
Battle of Alberta, not a better place to do that than halfway in between. I'll meet you halfway there, and Red Deer seems to be the place. Nice when you can take games outside of your area, make your team more regional or more provincial. I think that's pretty important, and boy, you're seeing that all over. Right now, Montreal being the only team from Quebec, they represent the entire province. You can even look at it in their uniforms, it just screams it.
Out of the timeout, that one hits the shot clock.
Both teams have been very good after timeouts. Both these coaches spend a lot of time and get quality shots. Sometimes you don't make them, but that's a quality take, a quality first play.
Chance to take the lead. There have just been 2 lead changes in this game. And a foul is called.
Sean East and Javon Freeman Liberty are very similar. They aren't guys that are hunting points or hunting shots. They let the ball find them, but sometimes I felt like in the last game that Montreal played, the ball didn't find Freeman Liberty enough.
Well, this time down, it's Anderson, ball in his hands, ball in bucket.
Yeah. Big basket for him.
Anderson's up to 8 points now. Montreal back in front. Moncrief hit on his way up, no call. Ambrose Hilton checking into the game in a moment. He had his hands up looking for the whistle.
Seen here, Montreal settling to go half court.
And stripped was Freeman Liberty. Moncrief has it, looking to push. Cross-court dish. Up top, Tyson, he's a sniper. Give him another three.
Yeah, if you're caught, poor Guillaume Boucard, he's caught. Do I go after the 55% three-point shooter, or do I close out to the 57% three-point shooter?
That's a 50-50 that you don't want to land. Tyson's up to 14 points now, and Moncrief another steal. He has been clamping down on defense. Here's East. Guarded by Boucard. East steps back all day. Breakfast. Sean cooking up in front of Montreal's bench.
This team can throw barrage of threes at you.
Well, that's the last thing you want to see. East up to 14 now, so he and Tyson going back and forth for the team high. Anderson again. This time heavily guarded on the perimeter. 5 on the shot clock. Freeman Liberty far from the rim. East stuck to him. Freeman Liberty, impressive if it goes. Won't go. Guerrier, offensive board. Hughes, 3-ball. Back-to-back misses from deep for Montreal. But a third chance here. Boucard will try his hand. And flying through the air there is Moncrief for his 7th rebound as that ball goes out of bounds.
Yeah, you know, second chance opportunities. Brampton has to play defense for 35 seconds, and they do a real nice job of it. How about Moncrief? They start the quarter, they set a play up for him. He misses the shot, but that doesn't change his defensive intensity. He was brilliant there for the first 3 minutes of this quarter.
Impressive thing about him, too, is he never complains. It's almost like he's emotionless. Like he's just hard, hot work boots. He will do what you need him to do.
You got to love the guys who aren't trying to be on the debating team.
Here's East. Driving. Moncrief, he's got a laneway. Moncrief, oh, no debate about that. Pretty stuff from Matthew.
Yeah, his quickness surprises me a lot. Like he just his last step's a quality step all the time.
Stevens, guarded by Ambrose Hilton. Osawe dishes inside. Boucard, after a couple of rolls around the rim, gets 2.
Yeah, real big basket. And here, Montreal has to hold the fort here as we're heading towards target time and get some rest for some of their starters.
About 2 minutes away from TST. East driving. Check that. It was Hunter. He hit the deck on the baseline, and we have a jump ball as Ambrose Hilton and Boucard were tied up. It'll stay down at that end of the floor as Omajafo will come back into the game. And this is the interesting thing, too. Omajafo's getting more high leverage minutes here, Joe, which is great to see.
Yeah, he didn't have the training camp that he would have liked because of graduation. And he's really starting to fit in right now.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Tyson, same spot. Different result. Ambrose Hilton tried to tip it in, and instead, Anderson trying to push back the other way. You had Stevens trailing. Anderson trying to put on a dribbling clinic down low. Won't win it as Cam Tyson defends the rock.
I'd like to sometimes just see that rebound, kick it out, keep the ball moving.
Small player inside, high percentage, or a low percentage shot, you could say. Here's East. That's a high percentage shot for him. And right there, Omajafo, offensive board, bodied on the way up, no whistle. Osawe up under, off the window as he falls to the baseline.
Yeah, nice job by Kevin Osawe. Hometown kid here in Brampton.
Putting on for the locals. Just a 2-point lead now for Brampton. Hunter. Ambrose Hilton coming out to set the screen. On the roll, Ambrose Hilton almost lost control into the hands of Tyson. He'll collect, step back, and he couldn't hit, but Tyson is fouled by Stevens on the 3-point attempt. Wow, what a big change there. It looked like it was a dead possession, and it's rags to riches for Brampton.
Yeah, and you know what, talk about the lucky bounce sometimes. In that case, you see Osawe dive for the ball. The ball goes off and finds the hands of the hottest shooter in the league.
He's got magnets in his uniform. Guerrier back in the game here. Tyson at the line.
So it's really important going into target time. Always got to keep an eye on the foul situation. Because if you're the team that's leading, target score time starts after 4 minutes. So if you're the team that's leading, you may use the foul to your advantage to get the game into target score. Where if you're the team that's from behind, you don't want any stoppage of play.
Fouls do carry over into target score time. So as Joe stresses, the emphasis on fouls. As a timeout on the floor here, the Alliance want to talk shop. Well, we talked earlier about Cam Tyson, Joe, and there's a reason why the coaches trust him from behind the arc. Spent time at Seattle University, 7th all-time in NCAA history in made three-pointers with 460. I'm going to throw a couple names at you, and you can tell me if this is impressive or not. He is ahead in made college threes of J.J. Redick and Stephen Curry.
Who?
Exactly. Exactly. He has been unbelievable this season. I mean, even the other day, he had 23 points versus Winnipeg. All of his points came via the three-point, plus the target score time winners. So the 2 free throws and then 21 points off three-pointers.
There are guys who shoot the three, and then there's guys with shooter's mentality. So in this case, someone like Cameron Tyson, he can go 0 for 5 and not affect his 6th shot. He's not shooting because he knows what the quality shooter is. So to have a shooter's mentality is you got to be willing and able to shoot the ball every time you catch it and be confident in it. And it could be, then the score shouldn't matter if you're set, ready to go. And what I like about his game is his feet on catches are sensational. If I'm going to force him to shoot a 3, it's going to be off the dribble. But when you let him set up on the kickouts, inside out, step in threes, he is incredibly, good, and he's got quality. He makes quality shots.
Well, Brampton's struggling from 3, 8 of 28, which is 29%, but Tyson is not. He's 4 of 9 from behind the arc, so he's got half of the 3 balls in this game for Brampton. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Stevens. That is Tyson stepping in front. He's got Ambrose Hilton to help him. Fading 3 there by Anderson. In and out. It's loose down low, and we have a foul going the other way against Montreal. And this one is against Stevens.
So I think Montreal, though, I look at the substitution there. Montreal called the timeout, trying to get it themselves into target score. But Javon Freeman Liberty's not on the court right now, so I don't know if they're trying to get him a break or maybe it's some of the bangs that he's had is catching up. But that's a substitution. That's a player that I was looking for on that play, a series to get him the ball. I'm very surprised that he's not on the floor.
Yeah, minimize the Brampton lead here. Almost turned over. East recovers. 10 on the shot clock. East almost had his pocket picked, and Anderson able to keep it in bounds, but East scoops it back up.
Talk about bad luck for Montreal there.
Tyson wide open, can't hit. Guerrier gets a hand on it, keeps it in bounds between the legs, and a foul is called.
And that's a tactical foul by Ambrose Hilton. Coach gave out the code name or code word on that. They fouled, and they fouled to put the game into target score time.
Target score time coming up on the other side. 1st to 82 takes all the marbles here at the CAA Center. The kids are loud. We're excited. Stick around. Best part of the game coming up. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem, CBC Sports, and YouTube.
Let's bring it on. It's game time. It's showtime. And it goes. Nick Hornsby. Here's Oakland for the win. You gotta love a Canadian boost. Two hands, me. Oh, what a block from behind.
Next bucket wins. Target score time is the best time of a game. The energy, the drama.
That anything can happen. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this guy?
Big players step up in big time.
He is cooking.
It's target score time in the Flower City. The Brampton Honey Badgers 73, the Montreal Alliance 69. First to 82 takes the W. And Joe, target score time has been a treat for this Brampton team so far this season. 4 wins, 4 different scores. Prince Otro, Matthew Moncrief, Sean East, and Cam Tyson all hitting winners.
And it's always easier when you go into it and you only have to score 9.
Well, Alex Serta said to us before the season that target score time and hero ball, there's no such thing as the clutch award in his coaching staff. They don't hand that out. He wants a team effort to close these games out, and Brampton has had a ton of that to start this season. For Montreal, 2 wins, 2 target score time winners as well, hit by Javon Freeman-Liberty and Quincy Gurrier. So those are the players that you can take a look at if you want to circle who you think might score the winner for either of these teams.
My experience in the target score time is don't change who you are. That's when you get yourself in trouble.
And no hero ball. Here's Hughes. Anderson driving. And another defensive board, I should say, for Matthew Moncrief. He's up to 8 rebounds now to go with 10 points. So he's 2 boards away from his 3rd double-double of the season. Here's East. Up top, Hunter will try his hand, and a good decision by Zero and White.
Again, moving the basketball, having a good quality set play.
Opportunity here for Montreal. It almost feels like they need to score, and instead they'll take a foul here. That one charged on Moncrief. That's his 2nd personal.
I would love to see Freeman-Liberty for the Alliance get a little more touches. He's back in the game now, 2 possessions, and they're doing a good job of shutting him out, but they've got to find a way for him to touch the ball.
Certainly going to need the catalyst. Going to be the catalyst on offense if Montreal wants to complete this comeback. Down 7 now. He dishes off instead. Gurrier can't hit from deep.
No second chance opportunities. Brampton closing the door on that.
Brampton 6 points away. Here's East. Looking inside. Sean East. Stuck now. Cam Tyson trying to draw contact, fading. And he's able to do so perfectly as Boucard picks up another personal foul. That's his 3rd.
And that's 3 seconds on the shot clock there. Montreal does a nice job, and they call it on the gather, so therefore he's got 2 free throws.
So a warning given to Montreal head coach Jermaine Small, who is upset with that call. This is now Tyson's 2nd time on the line, courtesy of a play like that. Late in the shot clock, had the 3 shots just a couple of minutes ago, and now he's got these ones here. So he's a veteran that knows how to work the buzzer.
And Coach Small there is saying, well, the foul happened before the gather. And, so he's trying to get the ball out of bounds because they're not in the penalty yet. So that decision is costing 2 points for the timing of that foul.
So a 5-0 run to start target time here. And a foul on the floor before the shot.
See, there's the difference. Now, before he gathers for the shot, the foul's called. So now the ball's out of bounds, and they're still 1 foul away from the penalty.
I was looking down there. I wanted to see if Coach Small was going to let out a sarcastic grin or something. But here's Freeman-Liberty. 12 points. You could call it a quiet game for him inside. Euro, and he draws the whistle. So that will be on Sean East. That's his 3rd personal. So Freeman-Liberty to the line here. Great starts to the season for him, though. 31-point outing against Scarborough, 32-point outing against Ottawa. But he did come off a season low, just 9 points against the River Lions the other night. So Freeman-Liberty will have a chance to shoot free throws, but He'll have to wait just a moment as we have a timeout on the floor. Alex Serta wants to talk shop here with his team 4 points away from their 5th win of the season. So this Brampton team, Joe, has been impressive down the stretch, and one of the things that they struggled with last year was closing games out in target time, and this year it seems to be a total different kind of ball game.
I think they've got a pretty good theory on how they want to do stuff and how they're managing it on both ends of the floor. Like, people, it's hard to understand, but sometimes on defense, your management, if you give up a free throw or 2 free throws, that's better than giving up an open 3, because things can change quickly. You know, we saw last week, you know, just about 8-9 days ago, where Scarborough needed a 19-0 run to win a game, and you were on the call there. And with target score, all hell can break loose. People start losing their minds sometimes. All you need is that little bit of a run, but they're doing a great job because they're always in the lead, that they've been able to keep their focus intact.
And the one thing, too, about head coach Serta and his staff, too, they're not afraid to slow the game down here. I mean, they're in the lead here. You could say they have momentum, 78-69, but things like this on the free throws coming up, they love to talk the strategy in this final portion of the game, and it's worked out wonderfully for them.
So you got 2 timeouts going into target score time. You got to use them, be careful. And all of a sudden the scenarios change a little bit. They scored 5, and all they need is 4 now. And I think he wants to reestablish what they're trying to do on each possession.
Freeman Liberty at the line. Knocks down the first free throw, coming off a G League season with the Long Island Nets, 13 points per game. One of the many players in this Canadian Elite Basketball League that have proven their worth at the highest level. And this is the second Moncrief, now with his 9th board.
That team free throw line has hurt Montreal.
Here's East. Moncrief spinning inside, going up. Move was nice, but the finish not there. Freeman Liberty. Sean East stuck to him like glue. He's got the mismatch on Moncrief. 3 ball by Williams is good.
Yeah.
And just like that, it's a 5-point game.
Brampton came out with the same play that they scored twice on already, where the fake handoff.
East. Trying to put the moves on Guerrier. Good defense there from Quincy, and a better shot there by Sean. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Sean East, they brought him in to be a closer. And in the CBL with target score time, you need people who know how to create the game-winning shot.
Hughes fires down low, picked off. It's East. Brampton with a chance to win it. Fires into the corner. Tyson elects not to shoot. East up top. He's got a target score time winner already on the season. Drives inside. East, and he's fouled.
Now the key is if the foul's on the gather or on the floor. So the
baseline, it looks like.
Yeah, and that could have been the difference right there, right? The interpretation on where the foul was called.
East set to inbound. Moncrief looming in the key. He's got to get it in. Takes the safety pass back to Moncrief.
Might have been 4.9 seconds on that.
Here's East. Does he have his second target score time winner of the season? Sean going to work. 2 seconds. Got to go to beat the buzzer. Can't get it off. And head coach Serta visibly upset on the sideline.
One of the few real poor possessions that Brampton's had. And it started off with the baseline out of bounds. They just weren't as grouped, as focused as they have been. Now play some defense if you're Brampton, and if you're Montreal, take advantage. You need scores and stops if you're Montreal.
Hughes. Head coach Serta looks like he's going to call a timeout if he has a chance here in a moment. Here's Freeman Liberty. Trying to spin on Prince down low. Kicked into the corner. Guerrier, 3 ball. Is cash, and a timeout on the floor. Just like that, it will be Serta who will call the breather and draw up a chance to win the ball game.
This is final timeout of the game. What's the score?
So 83-73. No, they put the points on the wrong side.
Okay.
For a minute, Brampton thought they were done early. Montreal.
They were just testing the kids.
Yeah. Look at the kids on the other side. They're waving their hands and saying, no bucket, no bucket.
No, they're just waving their hands because D's coming over there. That's all.
Yeah. So that bucket goes Montreal's way, which makes it 80-76. And now the fun part, Joe, you get to pick who will close things out here for Brampton if they get the chance here on offense, if they get a shot off. And if you were to put your coaching hat on, you have a lot of different options here, but it seems like Serta's specialty has been the inbound out of a timeout.
And then running something real, like they've been really effective with the dribble handoff. But because they're in the penalty, they're going to try to get the ball in their best free throw shooter's hands. So I'm going to think that you're going to keep like Prince Odro away from it, maybe away from the play. You're going to be able to use the free throw line if it comes to your advantage. The other part he wants to talk about, because he's got no more timeouts, is they need 6 points, Montreal, to win the game. So you've got to be careful of guarding the three. You want to make sure that Montreal needs more than 2 possessions. So don't give up a 3 under any circumstances. They take the ball in the front court, so the shot clock goes to 14.
Brampton 2 points away from their 5th win on the season. Hunter set to inbound. Moncrief setting the screen. Here's East. Sean East between the legs, goes up with the left. No roll. It's loose in the middle of the key. Gourrier has it. Montreal now a chance. Gourrier driving inside, and it goes out of bounds off of him.
Yeah, and Gourrier takes it down the middle, runs the floor, keeps the ball, looking for the foul on that.
Here is Gourrier. Working on an 11-point outing. He's got 7 boards too. Freeman Liberty wants 2 more, and he'll get it. Just like that now, 2-point game.
You know, a veteran player like Freeman Liberty doesn't go searching out the 3. He knows they need points, and he stops where he had a good read. So if you're Montreal, it's all about stops.
Brampton, another chance to try to finish it off. Here's East. Good defense there by Boucard, turned over. Freeman Liberty in transition. Hunter chasing. Freeman Liberty off the window, and we're tied up at 80.
So Brampton doesn't have any timeouts, remember. This is where you've got to be careful. Prince Odro is about less than a 50% free throw shooter. You might see Montreal foul if he touches the ball.
Moncrief. Brampton, another chance here to try to seal it. Moncrief off the window for the ball game. The kids treated to a lesson in winning as the Honey Badgers remain perfect on the season.
What a take by Moncrief. Real good defense on him. He splits. The help doesn't come to close him off. And boy, the young guy shows himself. Impressive.
Matthew Moncrief, 12 points, 9 rebounds, and his second target score time winner of the season as the Brampton Honey Badgers become the first team in Eastern Conference history in the Canadian Elite Basketball League to start the season 5-0.
Talk about the performance. Usually we're screaming about the backcourt for Brampton, but today it's been an effort by the young Canadians on this Brampton team. Moncrief, Omojofo, rookies who have stepped in and look playing like veterans.
He's coming back. 1 second.
So a masterclass performance by the Honey Badgers to maintain the perfect record on the season. A big part of that today was Sean East. He had 16 points.
John, y'all love doing this in dramatic fashion, eh?
Man, shit, we just got to get it how we can, man. We just take a dub at a time, you know what I mean? And if we got to scrap it out by 2 points or if we got to scrap it out by 20, we just want to win.
16-9 and 6 for you. Now, last season you averaged 5 assists per game. This season you're almost doubling that number. Can you talk about how easy these guys make it for you?
Make it real good. I got real good surrounding team around me. And, you know what I'm saying, last year I was scoring the ball a lot. This year I'm just trying to, do whatever it takes to win, man. We're 5-0, so we just got to keep taking it one game at a time.
One of those teammates is Cam Tyson, an absolute dog out there. What is he like a teammate? And talk about how special he is as a player.
Man, he's real good. You know what I'm saying? He comes in, he works hard every day. He believes in us, we believe in him, and we just love to have him.
Now, you're the first Eastern Conference team to start a season 5-0. Talk about how special this ball club is and how special Coach Serta is for you guys.
I mean, everybody's special, from the staff, the training staff, players, the general managers, owners. Everybody's special, man. It's a collective effort. We're just trying to do it one game at a time.
Well, you don't got a lot of rest. You got Vancouver on Saturday. Good luck, and we'll see you then. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Back to you, Matt.
Sean East with another awesome performance here at the CAA Center. 82-80, your final. Brampton, another bucket. We're going to break down this ball game on the other side. Stick around, more to come. You're watching CEBL Basketball live on CBC Gem YouTube and CEBL Plus.
CA.
At Cal Tire, we're here to drive the best value around with free rotations, price match, 0% financing, and free flat repairs. We take care of it all for the life of your tires. Chat with our team at caltire.com.
What keeps me going? Under the heat of the sun or in the heat of the moment. When climbing for even one more second seems like too much. Whether you're reaching for your goal or busy setting new ones, everyone hits their limit, but that limit has a reset. Scientifically formulated to hydrate faster in the moments that matter. Electrolyte, instant hydration.
Well, the day-night doubleheader continues around the CEBL as the Calgary Surge host the Scarborough Shooting Stars from the Winsport Event Center in Calgary's home opener. Mitch Peacock, Jermaine Cummings, and Salim Valji bring you the action today at 7:30 Mountain, 9:30 Eastern. Catch all the action on CBC Gem, YouTube, and CEBL Plus. Well, Joe, what a great way to start this doubleheader. The Brampton Honey Badgers pull out a 2-point victory. They remain perfect, 5-0 on the season. Montreal goes to 2-3, and the story of today's ball game for Brampton was just production all around.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It was balanced scoring. It was everybody contributing to different parts of the game. You know, you had a segment of the game where Josh Omadrofo owned the game. Then a segment where Moncrief owned the game. And then Sean East owned the game. And Tyson, it's nice to see that they've got so many pieces that create a solid part. And they understand what they want to do. They know their roles. They know what they want to do, and they're doing it. This is a very young, good, solid team.
You want to talk about knowing your roles. From three-point, things didn't really work so well for them today. 9 of 30, which is still 30%. But not quite up to the Brampton expectations. Well, then they went inside, 2-point field goals, 47%, so they made it work inside instead.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Sean East interview. And it had nothing to do with the questions that Dee was giving them. It was the answers. It was all about the team. It was the team first, the whole, the staff, everybody. So you got leadership like that. It's easy to make everybody accountable when your best player thinks and acts like he does.
On top of the East, the Brampton Honey Badgers, 5-0 on the season. Another victory, 82-80, your final over the Montreal Alliance. For my partner Joe Razzo, our sideline guy, Dee Balsera, Our producer, Mason, and our entire talented crew, I'm Matt Bonomi saying so long from the CAA Center, and thanks for choosing the Canadian Elite Basketball League.
Knock 'em out the way, knock 'em out the way, knock 'em out the way, with your head top down for some action.